What's up, everybody? Roast Battle League Commissioner Pat Barker here. If you're watching this on the day it's released, it is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you and your family. I am with my family right now. Frankly, Brian Moses and myself, to be completely honest, did not feel like recording podcasts over the holiday season. We're taking a little break, but we have great episodes for you guys anyway, and if you're one of these guys who's like, they talk too much, this is the episode for you. This week, we are going to run through the top 10 MVP candidates from the 2024 season. It's part of the Roasty Awards. We're doing the Roasties next week. But today, it's the top 10 MVP candidates counting down to number one as we announce the 2024 League MVP. And it's going to be a marathon of battles. We're going to show you one battle from each of the people counting down from 10 to 1. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Number 10 this year was the overall leader in points for the entire league. He set a single-season record with 43 RBL points, leading LA to the Western Division Championship on the American side of things. I'm talking about John Luna. John Luna, despite the 4-5 record, put up crazy numbers, got a lot of battles on the countdown, and for that reason, he is number 10 on our MVP list, according to the voting panel who weighed in on this.
What can be said about James that isn't said about him right when he leaves a room? I don't really know James, so like for these battles you send each other like a bio, right? And then you learn stuff about the people. So I just want to read like the first paragraph of the bio that he sent me.
Go.
He said, I was born July 3rd in Queens, New York. My oldest brother is a diabetic with 3 kids. My other brother is severely nonverbal autistic. My older sister lives in Michigan, is a recovering alcoholic. She's in and out of rehab. Her rock bottom was when she got a DUI with her kids in the car.
It's true.
My parents are Catholic, and they didn't let me watch SpongeBob because they thought he was gay.
It's true.
One of my uncles was a heroin addict who died from AIDS for sharing a dirty needle. And I am 100% Italian. That is so fucked up that he's Italian. That sucks. Okay, yeah.
Doesn't it suck that your funniest jokes were written by me?
We're not done yet.
All right. Oh, are you okay? All right.
Oh, sorry, I meant with the battle. Sorry.
John comes from. John grew up in Orange County, which is ironic because his parents grew up counting oranges.
Yeah, we'll make this quick. James needs to get back to waving at kids on the subway.
Muy bueno. John's part of the LGBTQ community. He's the plus.
Yeah, I am fat, but James looks like if Pinocchio ate the whale. A little bit.
John is. Sorry.
Okay. James' mom died on Valentine's Day, but I'm sure that wasn't the first time someone ghosted him on Valentine's Day.
Muchos gracias. Okay. John's on the keto diet. Oh no, sorry. John's on the taquito diet. Guys, they're having so much fun these days. It's a little weird, honestly.
James got really into stand-up because he was good at telling stories in college. It makes sense when you have to tell them over and over to all the school investigators.
John's from LA. Huge fan of the Clippers. He actually used them to cut my hedges this week.
James actually just did a half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 50 minutes.
Yeah, they're okay. 50 minutes. Yeah, they're really late. They're really light on jail time for rape these days. No. James isn't a sex offender, which I think is good, because then all of his neighbors would have to talk to him. So that would be awful.
John looks like when he bursts through a wall, he yells, OC.
So that was John Luna coming in at number 10 on the list. We're going to keep it moving right now and go to number 9. And for this one, we have to go overseas. The guy who runs Roast Battle Barcelona, the guy who won the Roast Battle Barcelona MVP this year, one of the best battlers consistently across the world. I'm talking about James Regal. He comes in at number 9 on our MVP countdown. Now, for a James Regal battle, there's a couple we could get into. The Ryan Cullen clash at the end of the year is a Battle of the Year contender, but you guys saw that recently. So I'm going to go all the way back to week 12 right now, and we're going to go Barcelona versus Barcelona. This is James Regal going up against Stuart Kennedy. Back from week 12. Check it out.
All right, hello everyone. This is Stuart Kennedy, sexiest man in the world of Warcraft. You might recognize Stuart from the warning stickers on packets of cigarettes. Smoking causes you to look like a Cambodian sex tourist. Is that one? Stuart looks like someone pieced together a last-minute Halloween costume.
Easy every October.
Stu looks like Karl Marx's brother, Skid Marx. And Stu, your brother would be really proud of you because you're about to get publicly owned.
Holy shit.
It was smart, wasn't it?
Wait, what?
No, okay.
Guys, give it up for Margaret Thatcher's tampon here. This is... Guys, this is James Regal. James Regal is a crisis management expert. And you can tell that he's an expert in crisis management because he managed his midlife crisis by marrying a 21-year-old. How's that working out, James? Now, I looked up James's LinkedIn profile and it says that he's involved in PR, which I'm pretty sure means paedophile relationships.
I might look young, but I might look young? No, that's not right. I do look young. I mean, in fairness, Stuart is 3 years younger than me, and that is a fact.
Wow.
This is what happens when you like them older.
No way, I'll forget that rebuttal. I fucked it up. It's fine. They'll come back later.
Just like your fucking marriage.
Yeah. Anyway. Stuart Kennedy, thank you very much for taking time out from screaming at pigeons. Stuart Kennedy has a job. He has a job. He works in a customer service call center. Well, that's what he tells himself to explain the voices in his head. Stuart Kennedy loves drinking. The only thing that works harder than Stu's liver is his girlfriend's imagination when he's fucking her.
The cock is too big, gotta imagine it's smaller. Guys, this is James Regal. James Regal is not a paedophile. He's what we call pedo-adjacent. Now, just look at James. Doesn't he just scream divorce? Well, he certainly screamed divorce the second his ex-wife turned 22. Too old!
Listen, you can call me a kiddie fiddler all you want, but what I'm saying is, if we had to leave this place immediately and infiltrate a paedophile ring, I think I know which one of us would get in undetected. Anyway, this is Stuart Kennedy. This is Stuart Kennedy, aka Gandalf the Shite. Stuart looks like he reviews brothels on Yelp. Stuart looks like Chewbacca after a brutal round of chemo. Stuart can't actually sit outside on his own for too long without a TikTok barber trying to give him a makeover. Stuart was actually recently a victim of street robbery. After barely surviving this encounter with one of Barcelona's worst scumbag lowlives, the thief ended up with a new iPhone.
Wait. I didn't pay attention, sorry. Give it up for God Save the Queef, everyone. I can't do this. Guys, this is James Regal here. James Regal's Instagram handle is James Regal Jr. Now, it turns out Jr. isn't part of his name. He just likes everyone to know up front what his preference for the ladies is.
That's very funny. Give it up for Heroin Hagrid, everybody. Stuart looks like he's never taken an action figure out of its box.
At least I've got action.
Okay. That's on to you.
Oh, wow. So, look, James actually used to be a DJ. Now, he was a successful DJ on... What island was it? Epstein Island, that's right. But here's the thing about James. So James was a DJ for a few years, but yet James has never done drugs. Ever. That's amazing. James has never done drugs, but his underage victims sure fucking did.
Last joke? Lots of pedo jokes like that. So Stuart's currently working on his new one-man comedy show. There've been some early reviews. They've said it's the most awful thing to ever happen involving a Kennedy. Stuart's actually been doing comedy for 10 years and still no one knows who he is. He's had to join a support group called Anonymous Alcoholics. All right, maybe not. Try this one on the size. Stuart's dad died of cancer. He died of cancer during lockdown, so no one could actually visit him in his final hours. So I guess dying in empty rooms runs in the family.
Jesus. Give it up for my opponent. It's so good to see one of King Charles's sausage fingers come out tonight. Look, I've done a lot of paedophile jokes tonight about James, but I'm just going to tell you a nice, interesting fact that I learned about James. James loves football. At least I think he does, because he constantly uses the phrase, if there's grass on the pitch, I'm fucking playing ball.
James Regal comes in at number 9 on our MVP countdown, and we keep moving right now. And if you put up a lot of points, your city wins the championship, your division championship, chances are you're going to have some MVP candidates, and this is no different. We have our second LA competitor in the MVP race here. Number 8 on the overall countdown. He came in halfway through the season, but boy, did he make an impact. I'm talking, of course, about Tom Goss. Well, with Tom Goss coming in just for the second half of the season, all of his battles were pretty recent. But we got to pick one to watch right here, and this is one that I think flew under the radar a little bit. One of Tom's best performances, this was against Julian Fernandez back in week 27. Enjoy.
This human mud flap is Tom Goss. Tom's the Elvis Presley of comedy. By that I mean he's overweight, sweaty, and he's definitely going to die on a toilet.
Before we start, I just want to say it's an honor to be roasting the world's edgiest Trader Joe's employee. Julian's queer the same way I'm Armenian. I'm not, but it's fun to tell people that sometimes.
It's good. Me and Tom traded info, and I was very surprised to learn that Tom fucks. Then I was sad to know that Tom fucks. Speaking of disgusting visuals, Tom is the byproduct of unprotected sex at a hometown buffet.
Yeah, you fat bitch.
Thank you, Josh. Yeah, Julian told me that they lost their virginity to a stripper they paid $500 to.
Shortest pole she's ever worked.
That's not a stripper. That's a hooker. You should really have more respect for what people identify as.
Good. It's good. That's really good. Guys, keep it going for alt-right Porky Pig over here.
I mean, make America great again.
Tom told me his first suicide attempt was a cry for help. So now I guess we all know why the little piggy went wee, wee, wee all the way home.
Julian's suicide attempt was just like their gender, for attention.
Yeah, turn on him.
Me and Julian both have suicide attempts, okay? The difference is when they find my body hanging, it's a tragedy. And when they find Julian's body hanging, it's a piñata.
That's right. Me and Tom have both attempted suicide. Me because of depression, Tom because I assume he owns a mirror. Tom, look at you. You look like a stepdad who fights other stepdads.
That's fucking great. That's fucking great. Julian works at a theme park. What's the theme, bud? Dying alone in your parents' garage?
Dude, I knew this was going to be a good battle. I mean, look at Tom. He's built like a mini fridge. Tom really looks up to Grimace because they're both full of milkshakes and have no neck. Fuck me. All right.
Julian used to work as a strip club DJ, and now they're just Ricka.
So Tom Goss comes in at number 8. That's 2 LA battlers on the countdown. LA is going to be competing for the American Championship in London on January 26th, and the city they're going up against is New York, and the battler they'll be going up against is the New York MVP, Andrew Manning. Now, Andrew Manning placed very highly, obviously winning the New York Championship with that panel of voters. The nationwide panel of voters, they might have seen things a little bit differently. More on that in a minute. But Andrew Manning comes in at number 7 on the league-wide MVP countdown this year. Let's take a look at some of his stats. For Andrew Manning, a lot of great battles this year. A couple of wins down at the mothership, an undefeated season, his second consecutive undefeated season. And that undefeated season included a win over the former New York champion, Holly Johnston. Let's check that battle out.
Okay, Holly, your face looks plastic, but not in a you fixed it way. But more like an American Girl doll that's on sale because it has no eyelashes way.
Andrew, you look like you iron your cum rags.
I don't need them to be crisp from ironing. You teacup lesbian. Holly looks like when she journals, she put hearts over the eyes in the N-word. Tonight she's gonna be like, if I had to describe my opponent's shirt.
Andrew lost his virginity before he hit puberty, which sucked for her because in order to cradle his balls, she had to crawl into his abdomen.
Oh, yeah. Holly's muscular. Like, she could have built the closet she's hiding in. The only muscles she doesn't use are the ones that let you smile with your eyes.
Andrew works at a store that sells security equipment. His best-selling item is the toilet cam he sells in his apartment after work. Oh, shit.
They're buyers. Oh, you nondescript child bride. How do you look like both the Disney princess and the rat who sewed her dress?
Andrew used to be addicted to video games. He looked like the only video game he was addicted to was Ukulele Hero.
Holly's parents couldn't support her tonight. On the way here, they got stuck in a glue trap. Holly loves dick cheese, I assume. Seems perfect for somebody who's half mouse, half slut.
Andrew's dad is an engineer. The invention Andrew's most proud of inventing is gluing his pocket pussy to his Roomba. Help, Andrew, I'm stuck in the corner again.
So Andrew Manning comes in at number 7 on the countdown, and now we get into the top 6. These are the top 6 battlers in the world this year, according to our panel of voters. And number 6 comes from the land of the Far East. I'm talking about Jay Yamaki. He's going to be going for the World Championship in London on January 26th. Could be him versus Andrew Manning in the finals. We don't know. Of course, a lot of people remember his classic battles with Shalaka Corrupt, but a lot of people forget that he put up points for the first time all the way back in week 10 against one of Tokyo's best who has since left the country and moved. I'm talking about Harry Metcalf, one of the best battlers in Tokyo. He has left, but Jay Yamaki has stayed and dominated the scene. Let's revisit their clash from way back in week 10. This is Jay Yamaki versus Harry Metcalf.
Jay Yamaki looks like he's been dug up by a Victorian doctor to see if hair continues to grow on a corpse.
I can't believe I've been insulted about my appearance by a guy who looks like he works at McDonald's as the manager and spies on the staff. But, I mean, Harry looks like he masturbates with a severed doll's head. In an act he calls putting a shrimp in the Barbie.
What I look like? You look like Jesus if you turn water into cat piss.
This is coming from the human cup noodle.
I don't understand it, but I think it's true.
The most generic man.
Thanks. Hey, Jay Yamaki. Jay's name before he got married was actually Whore. That's true. That's a serious. That's true.
He loves that.
Okay.
You've won this guy.
All right. I think you just need to give this guy a drink to win him over. He's done. Yeah, it's true. It's Jay's name used to be H-O-A-R-E, Whore, right? That's tough. That's a tough name. But crazy though, like crazy coincidence. He met his wife and they got married, and in the end they were both able to marry their favorite Jay Whore.
Yes, it's whore, like what Harry shouts at prepubescent girls who reject him. So Harry's mom is on Facebook, and she posts about 2 things: Harry and getting her COVID and flu shots. In other words, Harry's mom loves pricks.
She has 1 follower, this guy.
I'm always behind his mom.
Wow, all right. Jay Yamaki means mountain tree.
Yes.
Mountain tree, that's what Yamaki means. But I wonder where that came from. Did that name come from your wife, or did it come from what you're hiding behind when you first saw her?
So, Harry has a condition where his hands shake all the time, but you don't need me to tell you he's got creepy vibes. Come on. Across the line.
Too far. I'm talking about my mum, but not that. No, recently Jay posted some pictures, some family pictures online with his new pet dog, a rescue dog. A lot of people said some mean things online, like, geez, that half-bred mutt, you should have put it down before you got it. It's like, guys, that's Jay's son. Be happy he has a dog to play with now.
I mean, my son genuinely says I look like my dog. Which, you can say that about Harry and his mom, really. But, so, you might think Harry's vibrating hands are quite sexy, But sex with Harry would be like dining at McDonald's. The junk you put inside you is greasy and insufficient, and ultimately you're disappointed with the shakes.
I think you find the shakes are the best part.
The only part, really.
Jay Yamaki wants to be Japanese so bad. He really wants, to the point where Jay's son can barely speak English because he insists on only speaking Japanese at home. With his son, he's stunted his growth, he's cut it out his roots. Jay, can you please stop treating your son like a bonsai tree?
I mean, like, my son can't speak English. This guy's Australian. Activate ChatGPT. So, Harry's a humble guy. Even though his ego isn't inflated, his girlfriend is. He's never had a real BJ performed on him. The only thing he's had performed on him is inflatio. You hated that joke for some reason.
Ranger is like, there's a name for that? Okay.
For you, it's Sundays.
No, not on the Lord's Day, Jake. Be respectful.
Stop talking about my dad like that.
So one of Jay's favorite things is getting online and researching mental disorders that he might have. That's true. That's true. I love it. He's like, I might be neurodivergent. I might have this rare form of OCD.
Maybe I'm just a dick.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I think he was talking about himself.
But I want to, Jay. I want to help you out. You just have one disorder, one actual disorder, and that's that. Whenever you get on WebMD, you get a boner, and that's the problem.
WebMDB.
Yeah, well, that should be a site, really.
Yeah. So, Harry's 3 years younger than me, which might surprise some. But the fact that he's 3 years younger got me thinking. Like, if I was 3 years old right now, then that would make Harry horny.
He said it.
He thought
it. So actually, one of But one of the conditions that Jay thinks he has is called misophonia, which is a phobia of like wet mouthy sounds. Which, exactly right. Like obviously, like who wants to hear that? But is it really a phobia? Is that really? Is there? It can't be a phobia. I don't know if I like. Let's test it. Okay. So, guys, on the count of three. Okay, we're gonna go. Okay. You ready? 3, 2, 1. All right. That's enough. Okay. You prove your point. Okay, we believe you. It's not just an excuse for not going down on your wife.
It's because I'm tired from going down on his. I'm from the west, so all that fish. Sorry to detract from the moment, but I just want to say that Manus over there is going back to Australia. Yeah, and it's like genuinely, from the heart, it's a shame, right? Because Manus's energy, a lot like his penis, is infectious and prone to causing trouble on crowded trains. But I feel the same way about Manus as Harry does about his hair. I'm sad you'll be gone soon. I'll miss your warmth. But at least you'll always have the bush. Thanks. All right, that's it.
So that was Jay Yamaki. Now we have knocked out the majority, or half, of the World Championship. You got Jay Yamaki, you got Andrew Manning. Let's keep that list rolling right now with number 5. I'm talking about the LA champ, the LA MVP, Nate Welch. It was a heck of a season for Nate Welch. He's going to be going for the championship on January 26th. Let's see why. Great year for Nate Welch, and it started all the way back in week 2 when he won the LA championship going up against a guy who, to be honest, in my opinion, was a heavy favorite. The reigning, defending world champion from last season, Ryan Nesson. Nate Welch came in as a massive underdog, and he put up a hell of a fight, and spoiler alert, he walked out with that belt. Let's find out why.
Y'all keep it going for my opponent, the roast battle world champion, Muhammad Ali. Ryan's Jewish, which is weird because his face is anti-symmetric.
It is true, I am Jewish, but Nate, don't Jewish. You had an ice cold prime in your hand right now.
I got water.
You got okay. Nate, if you're here, who's challenging strangers at a bar to arm wrestle? Nate's so dumb he listens to audio books on tape. He listens to coloring books on audio. God damn it. Oh, there we go. Fuck. Right off the bat. I've had too much prime, guys. It's not great.
You look like you asked for a refund at the strip club. Ryan's favorite rapper is the Jewish half of Drake. And his least favorite rapper is the other half of Drake.
Keep it going for Popeye the Trailer Man. Nate, you look like a Make-A-Wish kid if chemo was cream-filled.
That's a good one, Shia LaBitch. Ryan's a proud Hebrew. Yeah, bruh. He brew his own coffee, he brew his own IPA, and he brew his own uncle in 5th grade.
Jesus Christ. 3 Jewish puns, huh? All right. Okay, let's keep it going. Keep it going for Darth Vapor over here.
Smoke cigarettes.
You've got 2 different types of vapes. I've seen it. Oh, okay, I'm not going to get into this right now. Jesus Christ. Nate's dad is a mechanic from Tennessee, and Nate is a bouncer from West Hollywood. So at the end of the day, they're both covered in tranny fluid.
Nice.
Is that too much? What the fuck, dude? We're only clapping for puns tonight?
Ooh, look at me. I'm Ryan. I have an extensive vocabulary and erectile dysfunction.
ED.
I bet if your dick was an R, you'd know how to make it hard. Ryan's infertile. I had to Google what the fuck that was and found out it's just a fancy way of saying his dick's broke. Now, Ryan's dick's a lot like a TV remote with no batteries. Like, you could slap it around and yell at it all you want, but that bitch ain't gonna fucking work. It's not, I don't know much about the Jewish people, but if I fuck your hot Mexican wife and impregnate her for you, would that make me a good friend or a shalom wrecker?
Yeah, Nate had a lot of family die during Katrina, so he knows about bad swimmers.
That was your... Hey.
Ooh. That was... hold on. It's still my turn. Come on. Obviously, Nate loves WWE, whacking women every day. Yeah, Nate looks like he gets drunk and beats other people's wives. Yeah, the only reason he wants this belt is because the one he hits his girlfriend with isn't big enough.
I really like that when Bruce controls the Wayne. Okay. Me and Ryan both got degrees in communication. I was the first person in my family to get a degree, and Ryan's family got up to like 400 degrees.
Damn. That was an oven joke.
Yeah, Nate actually went to school to become a news reporter. This just in, you're fucking Nate.
Live on Channel 8.
Nate, Nate is a broke bouncer. The last time he made 2 G's is when he carved the N-word in a bathroom stall.
Ooh. Boom.
That's the man. So now we get to the top 4, the final 4 in the MVP race. Nate Welch coming in at 5. Now we move to number 4, and it's a guy that, frankly, if his city had won their division, I think that he would potentially be number 1 on this list. The amount of points this man put up early in the season, keeping Chicago in contention. I'm talking, of course, about Max Sorich. He won their tournament. He went in the championship fight. Came up a little bit short in that one, but it might just be the battle of the year. You know what? Let's just revisit it. This is Max Sorich versus Brandon Kiefer for the Chicago Championship. Here it is.
It's great to be here roasting the annoying kid from the Polar Express. Eric actually he's dating a Jewish woman. They met on the Brown Line. She was a total stranger, and he just manned up and introduced himself to her and asked her out. And if you ask me, that is the worst thing to ever happen to a Jew on the train.
Well, I guess it's nice to be roasting the conductor that tried to keep the black kid off the Polar Express. That didn't make the animated cut, but it happened. This is Max Sorich, guys. Middle name, Max. His dad is so rich he doesn't have to work for a living. And no, sending out applications to Love Island is not work.
It's true. If need be, I could pull a few strings. The only string Eric pulls is his girlfriend's tampon when he wants a snack. Honestly, I really hope Eric wins this. He's been doing comedy 3 times as long as me. He needs this a little more than I do. If I lose, it'll just light a fire in my belly. But if Eric loses, it'll light a fire in the chamber of the handgun he puts in his mouth.
Look into your future, bitch. You need it as bad as I do. It's coming. All right, so this is true. Max's dad works with special needs kids, and his mom works in entertainment. So maybe they could put their heads together and get this fucking career.
Eric's the kind of guy who'll say that the book was way better than the movie.
Max would too if he could fucking read.
You'd like movies if no one made fun of you for reading books alone. I fucked that up so bad.
Oh, it hit a glitch, so this is probably a good time. This joke is not really for Max. This is for the 2 or 3 aliens piloting the human suit. It's the eyes. They don't look real. They have to blink sometimes. We can all tell.
Eric's been going to the gym recently. He's been doing this thing where he wears ankle weights. We all call them socks. His favorite exercise is actually the wait in line to complain to his alderman about refugees.
Oh, it looks like you're stealing their jackets. I think there's a reason God blessed Max with such good looks, you know? I guess the good Lord figured if it was going to be the last thing those poor black churchgoers ever saw, it might as well be easy on the eyes. That was the dark one, folks. That was good.
Eric's a real the pen is mightier than the sword kind of guy. What no one's told him is that no one fucking likes hanging out with the pen. The pen will corner you at parties and complain about how fast the vaccine got rolled out.
Hey, Max would like the pen if he could fucking write. All right. So Max recently contracted herpes. Yeah, he's trying to track down the girl that gave it to him, and so is her family. Maxwell, please, they want closure. Where's the body?
God, dude. So, you know Eric doesn't have herpes because herpes requires having sex without a condom.
Yeah, with garbage can whores, you animal.
Eric kind of looks like Clark Kent, you know, just the face, but he kind of looks like Clark Kent. He is wearing a suit underneath his clothes, except it's not embroidered with one S, it's embroidered with 2 S's on the lapel.
That would have been better if you didn't look so much more Nazi-y than me.
Dude, we both look like Nazis, you just look like the accountant.
And you're blowing all our fucking money because you love killing Jews so much. Hey, in high school, Max was both a wrestler and a water polo player. So if you're wondering why you look so fit, it's from pushing the gay urges down for so long. It looks like you tried to suck dick in the locker room and it got you in both eyes.
Eric definitely eats pussy like he's punching in a cheat code to a video game. Up, down, left, right, up, down, up, down, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Did you come? No? God, this thing's fucking broken anyway.
The difference between me and Max is that I look like I eat pussy. So that's...
You look like a pussy.
How long you been sitting on that, Jim?
How long you been sitting on that guy, Jim?
Hey, Max is, he's kind of a big dude. He looks like the guy who could really destroy pussy, you know? And probably the rest of the body and the clothes and anything else that had his DNA on it.
Eric definitely, this is the 7th joke, right? Eric definitely does not like spicy food. The only pepper he touches is the pepper spray on his keychain when he walks by a black person.
As I said, Max has contracted the herpes virus. When asked for comment, herpes said, "Yeah, this is a real low for me. I can do better."
Now
now we're down to the final three. Max Sorich coming in at number 4. And when we get to the final three, we start with the defending MVP from last season, Shalaka Corrupt. Shalaka Corrupt ran away with the MVP, came in second in the world last year, losing to Ryan Nesson in the championship. This year she comes back. London does not have the strong season that we all expected out of them. They do not make the playoffs, but her season was the reason that they were even close in the first place. She carried the London squad, couldn't quite get the job done, but it doesn't take anything away from the numbers she put up. Let's take a look at some of those right now. So Shalaka Corrupt, another incredible season, puts points on the board every time she battles, had a 21-3 record across 2 RBL seasons. Absolutely incredible. And for her battle that we want to highlight here, I want to go all the way back to week 5. This is one that you might have forgotten about, but it's one of the best battles of the season between 2 of the best over the pond in London. This is Shalaka Corrupt versus Helen Kay. Let's check it out.
Real treat. Get that battle cry going. Please welcome to the stage Helen Kay versus Shalaka Corrupt.
I dropped a drink. I'm really sorry. Oh no. How is everyone? Is everyone good? Anyway, putting the male in mail order bride. This is Helen Kay. Helen is a depressed anorexic. If she's not cutting calories, she's cutting herself. So there is that.
Sorry, I'm a bit intimidated. Last time I saw Shalaka, she tried to deport me to Rwanda. Shalaka used to get in trouble at school for lying, and she still does it to this day when she tells you that your call is very important.
Yeah, Helen's mom used to tell a lot of lies like, I want you and I love you.
She never said that.
Anyway, this walking gulag is Helen. Helen loves DIY, which is interesting because do-it-yourself is the only way she gets a fist in her asshole.
Yes! It's not my fault men have such small fists. What have I got? Shalaka lets her white boyfriend come inside her because mayonnaise has to be stored in a cold, dark place.
I'd have a comeback for Helen's vagina, but that would be an easy joke, and I don't do easy, which is why I've never fucked Helen. This bulimic borscht is Helen. Helen has a resting bitch face, but an active pig body. If it walks like a pig and it oinks like a pig, Helen is ugly.
Thank you, unibrow bomber. All right. Obviously, Shalaka's not a terrorist. She looks like she would ask ISIS for more homework.
This kosher cunt is Helen. Helen is a practicing Jew but a perfected racist, which means that she is only 25% Ashkenazi Jew, but she would 100% Ashkenazi out.
Listen, you don't choose your heritage. If we could, you'd have less body hair. Shalaka actually recently got UK citizenship. She likes to tell people that she's been naturalized. Girl, no one doubts that this is all natural.
Yeah, unlike Helen, I wasn't affected from Chernobyl's radiation. So, here with all the charisma of a concentration camp, this is Helen.
Oh my God!
Helen's got 4 tattoos, but her grandmother has got 6.
Listen, I feel like Shalaka and I have a lot in common. Well, we both have like this kind of menacing aura, but for some reason only I am called unlikable. And unlike you, all racist, I'm not afraid to say it. Shalaka, you're a dick. But obviously I'm just jealous because we're both immigrants, but only Shalaka could be sex trafficked in a carry-on.
And now we get to the final 2. We've had a hell of a countdown here, and there are only 2 remaining. And for the number 2 spot, we're going to go to the American East Division champion, New York City. Now, as we said earlier, Andrew Manning voted the New York MVP, competing for the World Championship, but there are different governing bodies, there are different voting, lists of people, and they see things differently sometimes. And for the national voters seem to favor, in New York, Malia Simon. Now, Andrew Manning put up that undefeated season, obviously very impressive. Malia Simon put points on the board, though, coming up just a little bit short of John Luna's single-season record for most points. And she had a 7-3 record. It was a hell of a season. No matter who you favor, Andrew Manning or Malia Simon, you have to agree that they are 2 of the best in the world. And let's find out why for Malia Simon. Let's check out one of her battles right now. For Malia Simon, perhaps no battle resonated more, no battle hit harder than when she came out here to LA and as a visitor, she stepped into the belly room and went up against Kiki Anderson. It was a great battle with many great moments. You know she had a Joke of the Year nominee in there, but let's check out the whole thing. Here it is.
Malia, Kiki, Mesra!
All right. This is fun. It's fun to be roasting that one worker at PacSun who thinks she's too good for the job. You see it? She got resting retail face.
Thank you, you fiery queef. Malia, she's a flat-chested ginger. You might have seen her in Harry Potter. She's the brick wall they all run through. She's a real 6 3/4.
Kiki, if you're here, who's living vicariously through a teenage niece? Doesn't she? You seem like you go up to people in their 20s in bars and just go, enjoy it.
That's hilarious, because I can't tell how fucking old you are. Are you old? Are you young? You look like Ginger Spice fucked Old Spice and made a midlife Christ Spice. You look like you got charged with molesting your uncle.
Other way around. This is good. It's good to be roasting me if my dad was even less present. It's true. Kiki says she's bisexual. Or in other words, straight with a personality disorder.
I think you've hit become stalking. Malia told me she's an avid runner. Yeah, bitch, you look like a hamster. When she's not running on her wheel, she's doing Kia Soul commercials. I'm just kidding. Gingers don't have souls.
It's true. We're both runners. I ran track in high school, and Kiki's in a race against time to cash in on OnlyFans.
Whatever. She's like an Amber Alert. No one cares. Well, she's never had a boyfriend, and she grew up on a chicken farm. It's the last time she had a stable cock. Yeah, that pussy's really foul.
Kiki's told me she grew up on hip hop and rap, and she grew up in the 90s, so, guys, she's definitely said it. Just saying. Just saying.
Malia works with autistic kids. Yeah, Malia's proof that autism is sexually transmitted. She doesn't have chlamydia, she has the slow clap. She really puts the rapist in therapist. She doesn't do booty calls, but she loves Asperger's. She really takes the virgin out of neurodivergence. All right.
And now we have arrived at the number one spot. We've had 9 incredible battlers, top to bottom, a lot of wins, a lot of RBL points, but there can only be one that takes home the MVP trophy this year, and it is Scotland's Jack Traynor. An incredible season from a guy who only battled once last year. He came out of nowhere. He made a name for himself. Every battle was top 1 or top 2 in the world. His battle with Shalaka Corrupt, last season's MVP, may just go down as the battle of the year. We will find that out next week. But for now, let's take a look at some of the numbers that made Jack Traynor the 2024 RBL MVP. So, as there's not much you could say about Jack Traynor's season. He's one of those guys who perfectly encapsulates what roast battle's all about. His battles are entertaining. He's got great jokes. He's a great target. He laughs at all of his opponent's jokes. He's super fun to watch, and he will be going for the World Championship on January 26th. But let's look back at one of his battles from earlier this season and see why he is in that position. Let's go all the way back to week 4. This is a battle against Daniel Petrie. Let's check it out.
Jack is a special talent and needs no introduction. Sorry, introduction. Jack has special needs and no talent. Jack looks like if Ron Weasley was in the film Harry Potter and the Restraining Order of the Phoenix. Now, of course, not all disabilities are visible, but somehow in Jack's case, asthma is.
Daniel's a junior doctor working in the NHS. He's been responsible for more strikes on hospitals than the Israeli Air Force. That one's not getting shown in America. Daniel thought a food bank was somewhere he could deposit his caviar. Daniel only listens to white rappers.
Alright, Florence and the vending machine. Jack is 25 and he's just recently got himself his first girlfriend. She's from Sweden. She's a big ABBA fan and she's really looking forward to growing up and being able to sing along about being 17. Jack looks like a piece of anti-Irish immigration propaganda from the 1800s. Me and Jack have known each other for the better part of 2 years now. I'm still not sure if he's an art student or a gypsy.
Daniel's the type of guy to say, "Sorry guys, I can't come out tonight. I'm up early refereeing an under-14s badminton tournament." But despite patching every night out, is still on first name basis with Stu and Cammy over at Brewdog. Daniel's the only person from Glasgow whose phone understands him perfectly. Hey Siri, where can I get an oat milk latte this time?
I gave Jack a lift to this gig because unfortunately his local train station's 100 metres away from a primary school. Listen, I didn't want to bring this up in public, but I think the time's right. I lent Jack some money recently, and I have to say I'm pretty annoyed he hasn't overdosed yet. But no, we are good friends, and something I really admire about Jack is how quietly he's managing to sound out the words on his notes. You sound out notes if you can't read.
Daniel's ma's a slag. Daniel looks like AI has combined every member of Belle and Sebastian. Daniel looks like headbangs to Mumford & Sons. Daniel has the transport police on speed dial in case he hears people opening cans.
Jack and I are up first tonight because his ankle tank's going to start beeping at 9 o'clock. You'll have noticed that Jack isn't very intelligent, but he has taught me a lot. For instance, until I met Jack, I had no idea that the Proclaimers had an unprotected threesome with some skank from Cumbernauld in the 90s. In more ways than one, it's a shame that Jack's from Cumbernauld. I've never seen someone so genetically suited to driving a pickup truck drunk through Alabama, wrapped in a Confederate flag.
Daniel looks like he does dissertations recreationally. Daniel refers to semi-skimmed milk as a wee treat. Daniel does the big shop in Holland and Barrett.
Jack looks like that.
Daniel sat behind Miller and Carter in school. Daniel once lost a brand deal with a jewellery company because when asked what's his favourite watch, he said neighbourhood. You can tell by Daniel's good posture and accent he looks straight through homeless people.
Jack has glasses. Jack has glasses, red hair, beer belly, and no prospects. Thank you and good night.
So that was it. That was the countdown. Those were the top 10 MVP votes. Congratulations to Jack Trainer. He wins the MVP, putting his name on the trophy next to Shalaka Corrupt. 2 years into the league, 2 international MVPs. Great job to all the battlers this year. Jack will be going for the championship on January 26th in London at the Top Secret Comedy Club. Make sure you get your tickets for that. Again, thank you guys for an amazing year. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll be back next week with all of the Roasty Awards for myself, for Brian Moses, for the entire RBL community. Thank you guys. Let's roast.